Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hudarsanisi and I would like to presentation article about the use of Edmodo in teaching writing in a blended learning setting. Okay, the first introduction. Along with the development of the era, technology can develop continuously so that it can provide exposure to students as well as to practice knowledge and bridge teacher in assessing student language skill. There are many students which are not interested in writing the kind, work which challenge in teacher make students fall in love with writing. The Edmodo application is a form educational technology development that can help the learning process in language classes. This means that the more sophisticated the times and the more sophisticated the technology, and along with the development of the time, many students are not interested in writing because of the many activity at school, and it is challenge for teachers to make their students fall in love with writing again. And Edmodo may be an application that can help teachers maximize the student learning process so that they are interested in writing again. The next, table of content. The first blended learning Edmodo and writing. The second, student engagement in IT. The third, UGT, uses and gratification theory. And then the next, blended learning Edmodo and writing. Next, blended learning Edmodo and writing have 3 points. The first combines face-to-face learning with online learning. That's mean with this mix, learning can make students not bored in writing. And the second, in blended, many students get new knowledge and new experience. And this mean because if they learn to as blended learning, then a lot of knowledge and experience will be gained. The term Edmodo is widely used by educational institutions around the world because it facilitates many learning experience. That's mean in addition, Edmodo can be used in several universities because it really helps the process of learning to write in English classes. And then the next, student engagement in IT. The first, student engagement is attitudes, interest, and self-efficacy. Okay, the next, the second, engagement is a reflection of a person's active involvement in a task or activity. The third one of the student engagement dimension is cognitive engagement. The other two are behavioral and emotional engagement. And then the fourth, cognitive involvement is related to student learning motivation, either how to do a segment or how to do and how to master learning material skill. The five, cognitive engagement relate to self-regulation and strategy. The six, cognitive process in engagement are beneficial in enhancing student learning strategy, which finally contribute to student critical thinking. That's mean in this case, students must be actively involved in carrying out tasks, and one of the active involvement here is that there is behavior and emotion where the teacher can assess and Now the behavior of his student through behavior and emotion, and in this process the teacher can also motivation his students so that they are not lazy in doing assignment, and maybe help students in improving learning strategy so that they can think critically. And the next, uh, UGT uses and gratification theory uh, have 3 points. The first, choose definition infer that gratification are user feelings either positive or negative about the media they utilize. And the second, UGT is applicable for all media such as television and internet. The UGT readily grows time by time due to the development of media and people need. That's mine. An application can be said to be positive if it used well, and then the media can be said to be negative if we use it badly. Why can UGT be said to be growing so fast? Because there are so many people who need media as learning the material. And then the next, data analysis for the article Edmodo and method, a qualitative approach, and participant class of 11 grade of a prepaid senior high school in Cimahi, West Java, which consists of 20 students. Conclusion, there are 4 points. The first, Edmodo blended learning platform are implemented to teach writing at senior high school by program follow into GBI writing IELTS. The second, Edmodo facilitates the student engagement cognitively through note menu. The third, improving the student motivation to aim and take full responsibility in blended learning will be a key point implementing a successful blended learning. The fourth, it is challenge for teacher to implement Edmodo in teaching, writing, collaborative, and to create a stable blended learning environment. So it can be conclusion that Edmodo greatly facilitates students in learning and is also able to measure cognitive abilities through note and is able to motivation a lazy student to be active and responsible. And then challenge teacher to create successful and stable mixed learning. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.